Hello, I'm Toycat, and this is my oldest Minecraft creative world that I believe I've made on any Minecraft platform. It's an over 6-year-old world from the Xbox 360 that I transferred onto the Xbox One, then onto Bedrock, and now it's here on a Minecraft realm, which anyone can publicly join, as you've already seen someone has done. And the reason I've done this, and the reason it's such a weird world, is because this is my world from all of my creative videos where I just kind of doodled over the years next to other things. And you might question, why are you opening this up to the public? And the simple answer to that one is because we've done something vaguely like this before, and there were questionable results, to say the least, from that survival project, but I feel like, most people want to be helpful. That's what I did learn. Only a few people like to troll, so why not try and direct everyone to be helpful, and why not try to make a better world together? So that is the goal for this open world project, which literally anyone can join if they have the link, which everyone on Twitter and Discord do, so let's see what happens. Okay, so this is my plan, right? I've got please don't troll, it hurts my feelings. That's cowering away into a position of weakness. Like, I'm not saying don't troll, there'll be bad things that happen to you. It's just a nice message saying, oh, it hurt my feelings. There's no, you can do whatever you want, but it would hurt my feelings. And then next to it, there's no rules. So in case someone's like, you think you can tell me what to do? Then it's like, oh, don't worry, there's no rules for it. And yeah, as long as these two signs stay next to the danger sign, on top of the, the panda bear, I think we're going to be pretty alright. So, people are going to start joining at a pretty rapid rate now, I imagine, because I've put the links out. Let's see if things get better or worse real quick. So a lot of people have joined already, as you can see. This panda bear is getting pretty overpopulated pretty quickly, and the first block is placed. As you can see, people are good. This is an okay block. Actually, it's a pretty below average block, but still. Okay, we've got some more signs here as well. There's a contradiction on this sign. I won't, haha. I didn't, I was exploring. I troll you and call you big gay, not Jay Davis, I swear. We got a really good set of signs already, and it looks like we're almost full at the 10-player capacity. So, yeah, if you want to see the world real briefly, I feel like I should do that before anything else, before things like this happen and the panda bear becomes a panda bear on a stick, it looks like. So yeah, this is a really big world, lots of different things going on. If you want to see an in-depth world tour, those things exist out there, but there's just a lot of really weird, non-fitting with each other's builds. Like I said, this has just been where I've expressed my creative energy, particularly in Minecraft Xbox One Edition, for the last few years. So you see a lot of weird builds and things that were used for videos. So I built this diamond cube to represent how many diamonds were in a particular diamond world. So this is the TU54 area, this is the TU43 area. It goes back and back and back with things from those certain updates. So someone sent me a message saying, I have a small feeling that in less than 8 hours the world won't be here. So I guess challenge accepted. Because right now, all there is there's now a stick on top of the panda. It's a panda bear on a stick, which is pretty tame actually. It hasn't even been 10 minutes and my sign strategy has clearly proven to be inadequate. And also, the panda bear stick is gone along with the top half of the panda bear. But maybe that's a good thing. There's a reason why everything happens, some people say. See, this is what I mean by people are, okay, actually, just as I started saying that sentence, it went away. But this is what I mean by people are usually quite nice. Look, they fix things. Rip Panda. They fixed the panda all better. They put a little monument to it, which they're now trying to destroy. Except they can't. Oh, okay, so this is what I mean by, most people want to help, and then there's always one person who doesn't want to help. But again, no rules. We'll just leave it be. See how this develops, I guess. That's literally all bets off. We'll just have to wait and see what happens here now. It's been covered in lava, destroyed, and you know what, how does it even get this destroyed this fast? I thought spawning people on a panda would give them compassion, but apparently the panda is just the biggest target I've ever made. Maybe this wasn't a good idea, based on the lava all around the world. So we're around an hour into the realm now, and it's a small victory, a very small one, but the realm is now too laggy for people to grieve too much, which means, again, this is the smallest victory in the world, but my sign saying, please don't troll, it hurts my feelings, has managed to stay unhurt by explosions and water and lava. And I just realized that this build, I thought it was ridiculous making a staircase like that, but they made it so they could make a wall of lag, I assume, because everyone is just stuck in the same place, lagging around, stuck in midair like this. Okay, it's a couple of hours in, and I might have spotted another mistake, and that mistake might be wither-shaped. However, the kill at E command has fixed that one, and I guess one of the big lessons probably should have realized is set this to peaceful. If it's in creative, you don't need to do much. However, yeah, in the time since we've last been here, the panda bear has slowly been, repairing its back. It's growing back bit by bit, or at least I want to believe that. And also a giant portal project I hope a positive one, honestly. Here's the greatest news we have yet. Not only has Black Steve been put out, but Black One-Legged Steve has become Black Two-Legged Steve because he's got a pink fake leg or something like that along those lines. Look at this right here. We got to join discord.gg/toycat, turn on that notification bell, tap twice. We got the Vote Savannah thing because they've seen that terrible music video, and we've even got this little island that they've made around me with some llamas on. It's all of my favorite things because you know what? People are kind of good sometimes, except when they're making huge TNT letters. So I've gone to sleep since the last time I was in the realm. About 12 hours have passed since the start of it, and I'm excited to see what's happened over that time. This is when I guess mostly people from America are active, so we're going to see an interesting, diverse, different set of people joining and maybe building some lovely things. Maybe we'll have a better aquatic version of something else. Who knows? But let's. I guess technically speaking, this is a better aquatic version of something else. You can't argue that that's what this is. Where is the world? It's what? I mean, again, it's okay. Let's assume the best in people rather than the worst. Maybe someone just really likes the aquatic update and figured, you know what if Toycat's world was aquatic? And also, they don't like PlayStation 4, so they've blown that up. And why and how is my big question. The good news is that this emerald block looks kind of cool now it's half destroyed, and the sign saying Vote Savannah is still there, and also there's TNT on top of the emerald. How did they place this much water in this much time? I genuinely don't understand how you can do that in any real amount of time. Also, someone didn't realize TNT was off, but yeah, this is the strangest amount. How did someone even do this in 8 hours, and why did someone do this in 8 hours? Okay, it's been almost a day, and I mean, it's pretty bad. I think, you know, like, let's not sugarcoat it. We had positive vibes, and now the positive vibes are a little bit gone. And I've been trying to look around, trying to even work out what's what. So much has been destroyed. Apparently, end crystals are the tool of choice, that I generally can't find many things. However, this tower is technically something someone has built, whether intentionally or not. It's kind of nice, right? And also, I believe there over here somewhere is where the panda energy was. This is Hello, I Love You, which means somewhere around here we might still find... Oh wait, we've got danger. The danger has survived. Someone has officially let danger live, which means that maybe, just maybe, the panda bear has survived the same fate over here somewhere. Oh my gosh, there is no panda bear. There is no sign there was ever a panda bear here. What is this? Oh my gosh. I think this experiment makes you lose trust in humanity pretty fast, I would say. However, to try and bring it back, I've been looking around trying to see what stuff has been added that's good, and I think we've found something. Look at this. There is a fox, entirely alive fox. It might be covered in cobblestones for some reason, but look, there's a fox over here and there's an ostrich, you know, two of the mobs from the whole Minecon vote thing. Isn't that cool? I mean, it's surrounded by explosions on all sides and things that used to exist and now don't anymore. Sticking to those positivity vibes, instead of focusing on the big pit filled with water, lava, and zombie horses, and the explosions that have gone next to it, why not focus on the fact that someone has taken the bee and added a mustache to it? See? That's creativity. That's the value of human connection and building right there. We can make bees with mustaches. So it's been a little bit over a day, and I'm back here in roughly the spawn area. I mean, honestly, it's not even recognizable. There's savanna trees, and there's still the TNT block vaguely here. But everything else, you know, I'm like Alfred Alpha says, I'm lost. Yeah, things have changed a little bit, I think, in that they've gone a little bit better in some ways and a lot worse in others. It seems as though, you know, the people who like to destroy things, after seeing like a certain amount of things have been destroyed, they kind of move on to other stuff. Also though, on the positive side of things, we have more mustaches, such as this cow with a mustache. See, that's the type of griefing that's funny. That's the type of griefing that both parties get to laugh at. So if this realm is a battle between good and evil, and, you know, evil seems to be a lot more effective in creative mode, so they seem to be winning, there's also the kind of in the middle side where it doesn't make any sense on either end, because there's just a bunch of, I believe, sponges over here, sometimes wet, sometimes dry, and I cannot quite work out why they're placed so randomly all over the place. Maybe they were trying to absorb some water, I mean, that seems like a logical thing, but why in such a weird order, and then why is there so much water next to them that they didn't try to absorb? Like, what is the... why so many sponges and kelp? And you know, it's like I said, there's good. Oh, quite literally, there's good, there's evil, and then there's kelp chilling over there on the sidelines with some sponges next to it. So I don't know what to think about most of this really, except subtype IBX Toycat, I guess. So next to the bat with devil ears and a mustache, which by the way, also quite funny, there's some arrows, and I was intrigued because the arrow has another arrow behind it, and I'm assuming there's going to be a trail which leads me to something, which I can only assume is positive because it's near the fun mustaches. Oh, it looks like the arrow trail has been destroyed. Or maybe, wait, maybe it's this person trying to give me a flower. Let's believe it's that. See, there is positivity. The positivity has been destroyed before I can even see it, but there is positivity in the world. And there's also, over here, some form of seagull. I like that. Is this what it's meant to be? I think it's kind of cool. So yeah, we got seagull, and we got Steve, or someone trying to give me a flower. And yeah, I'm kind of honestly curious as to what's going to happen by tomorrow, because if this is what happens in a day, what happens in 2 days? Let's find out. So I've actually heard that there is a crashing machine active on the realm. I don't know, well, okay, apparently I've heard correctly. I don't know how you even manage to do that, you know? Like, I know it's a no-rules realm, but how do you get command blocks? How do you work out how one of those commands crashes the game? And then, how do you make this happen? Because it does consistently, it seemed to happen. So it's been a few hours now, and one assumes that a lag machine eventually has to run out, or delag it, or lag itself out, or the owner has to be disconnected, or something along those lines. And I guess we're going to find out if that's... Okay, well, never mind, I guess. You can see some fire particles in the bottom left, and then maybe some TNT in front of me, and then the game just decided to stop loading. Nice. So, over the last 12 hours while I was sleeping, what may have happened is people may have decided to, you know, lag machine the spawn so hard, literally no one could get into the world, so I moved the spawn. And you know what happened with the new spawn? This. And also there's a lag machine there, apparently, because people have been complaining, like, oh yeah, I can't get in. So, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, people like to repeat the same things. If you do something as small as move the spawn, they're gonna immediately be like, no, we're gonna move everything else we put at spawn. And the thing I just find confusing about this, I know I shouldn't lose any more faith in people or whatever, but it's like, I understand why people for the first time want to prove this is why you don't leave a game over, and this is why you need to have rules, because I'm gonna put lava everywhere and make huge cobblestone towers and whatever else. But what I don't understand is why after it's been done once, people want to do it again. Like, you know what, that idea that's all over the world, let's do more of those. Why and how do people decide to make so many of these cobblestone towers that look like they have like intricate like imagery? Maybe they do actually, but I can't even tell any of what's going on here. What I do find nice though is that one, that lava seems to be failing, and two, there's a big tree in the middle of all of that, so you know, it's not all bad. There's a big tree. The world is mostly made of nothing, but there is still big trees. So, you know, it's a little bit of bad, a little bit of good. You just got to keep that in mind with this world. Oh, we've also got X59A? XD, maybe? What is that? IBX, Toycat, and then... I'm assuming by the fact that it's destroyed, it wasn't something very good. This is the wildest and most concerning world I think I've ever made. I'm not sure who this mustache guy is, but I think they're getting a little bit out of hand. They gave the dropper block a mustache, and then over here, it's Minecon, except someone turned it into Minecon Earth, and then Minecon Earth, but the Earth has a mustache. It doesn't make sense for the Earth to have a mustache. I love it. It's beautiful. Again, it's trolling done, or like, I don't know what you even want to call it, but it's done right, and it's funny. Also, Toycat is God, made out of gravel. I don't know what to take from any of this, besides that you give people access to creative and bad things happen very, very soon after, it seems. So I think the Mustache Man has reached cult level status in the realm, and the reason I think that is because I'm looking through the realm, the horrendous mess that it has become, and I've noticed that my giant cat somehow is still intact, but it's been entirely color switched. Someone went through and manually replaced all of the orange blocks with Neverwart and gravel. Don't know why they did that, but it seems as though it wasn't the Mustache Man, because the Mustache Man came in and approved it, and then in Mustache we trust. I don't know what's happening here, but it's getting a little bit freaky, a little bit weird. I also kind of like it though, so there's something to be said about that. Go Mustache Man, I'm supporting, and we crashed the game again. Maybe I'm the crazy one, but how does a house have a mustache? How does that make any sense? This Mustache Man, he is... It's the funniest thing on the server, but I mean, at some point, like, what can you not put a mustache on? Also, around in the same area, there's this thing over here, which says Portal Squad, which makes me think that everyone's gone in a portal and maybe gone somewhere else away from spawn. Oh, it seems as though the Nether is one of the few places that has survived, vaguely. I mean, there's sheep in the lava for some reason, and we'll choose not to question why there's so many sheep here, actually. But besides all of the sheep, you can see my little glass tunnel to connect my Nether portals in the Nether. It's all survived. Also, just over here, you see there's a nice little thing next to my Nether village saying sub to IBX Toycat. And then there's also something, again, seems to be not destroyed yet, where they've made a savanna biome in the Nether, which, by the way, really fun building idea if you want to do this in your survival world, because the grass you place down the Nether already looks like savanna grass, because that's how things go. So yeah, just an interesting little thing you've maybe never considered. Make a little savanna house in the Nether with a little a mega beacon in it as well. This is really cool, actually. I like this a lot. What does the sign say? It says, lol. I agree, lol indeed. And also, for free... Oh no, for life. I sense a little bit of a rivalry now, because even though it makes absolutely no sense, because this is a sandstone staircase block that I've made into Minecraft, there is now a beard man to rival the mustache man. You can see they've got neighboring builds right here. Who's going to win the end? Is it the beard trolls or the mustache trolls, or the mustache man or the beard man? I don't know for sure. Let's find out. I guess beard boy and mustache man, it is a battle for the ages that you can see all across the world. Like, seriously, this is just a big layer of bricks with a mustache on it. What sense does that even make? It's day 3 now, and I finally managed to, you know, get myself to the spawn without crashing the game, and I think it'd be kind of interesting to look at just how much has changed in the spawn area over these days. It was really hard for me to even locate the rough spawn area. I think this is the remnants of the panda bear. Again, I have a vague sense that these white blocks and the black coal blocks underneath it might be some form of panda bear. Again, that's the vague feeling I'm getting, but there's not much else. Everything around here has gone insane. The area where people spawn in has just gone nothing but insanity. And the crazy thing is that, like, you know, it's cobblestone because it's water followed by lava just to make cobblestone exist. But then these things turn into huge structures, which people seem to turn into their own little castles. Like, again, these sometimes look like castles. Sometimes it's just ugly falling down cobblestone. Sometimes it's castles, and sometimes people do their own little things. Like, they make a little smiley house in the in the side here, or they make a really nice bridge across from one to the other, and it's honestly kind of cool in its own way. Again, some people are always just down to be like, how can we make the biggest mess? That lag machine, I don't know why that needed to exist, but like, someone's just there like, you know, how can we ruin the most people's fun in the least amount of time? And that's, I guess, interesting to some people in its own way. But what's also interesting is when people decide, you know, there is a mess, how do we turn this into something that's less than a mess? And you know, that's something, regardless of all the faith I've lost in humanity from these series, the one thing I haven't lost is the fact that, yeah, there is cool stuff happening just all the time, regardless of anything else. I love that, personally, and it's going to get worse very quickly, but you know, all of the things I love about this are going to be gone soon, but I absolutely love the way it looks right now. So it is now day 5, and let's just say we've kind of reached almost the peak of what this realm can be, where some things got made, then more things got destroyed, and the destruction kind of just compounds onto other destruction. So as well as having cobblestone walls, which have lava pouring off them in a lot of cases, we then have that pouring into water, and then the water somehow gets grief by being covered in lily pads, if that's even a thing, and also mossy cobblestone and vines. Again, there's a lot of questions as to what's going on with that. More lava walls across literally everything. Again, they're literally all over the place. It's an impressive thing to see that, you know, at some point you'd figure, oh, there's enough lava, adding more lava doesn't actually, you know, make the realm any worse or better. But people, they are persistent in their lava pouring ways, it seems. And yeah, long story short, things got destroyed. I think there's 2 days left to go. I'd love to see it be fixed in that time, but I think I don't see this build coming back to life anytime soon. But I'd love to be proven wrong. If there's a panda at spawn by the end, then I will gladly eat my hat, but I don't think that's going to have to happen. When I said we'd reached peach griefing before, I guess I wasn't entirely truthful about that one, because apparently covering it with boats and then covering it with lava and then writing a little text, including this right here, this is the peak of griefing, writing allié on a world, that is the worst thing you can do to a Minecraft creative world. It's ruined now, it's official, we found the worst thing. Of all of this, you know, with this is the peak awfulness. So there are less than 24 hours left to go with the experiment, and I've got some good news and some bad news to share with you all. The good news is it seems as though there is a surviving build. The bad news is it seems as though the Americans invaded and they're the ones that built it. All we've got left that seems to be standing around here is a church. I don't know how it didn't get destroyed, unlike everything else here, but it didn't. And we have a huge American flag. So the Americans have invaded, and somehow they're keeping peace in one tiny little corner of the world. It has to be said. You gotta give them credit for that. Not many things where you want to be invaded by the US, but I guess apparently your creative world is one of them. This reminds me of that time that Denmark made their a Minecraft server for the entire country, and then people realized that there was a way to use TNT minecarts, and they exploded the whole thing and replaced it with US flags, except a little bit more positive. You know, apparently people from America like, you know, your boy Toycat, the British one, more than they like Danish people. So you have to give at least something for that. Okay, so the full 1 week has now elapsed in the realm. Over 200 people have come in at some point to add their touch to the creative world, and although the simple answer to how did it go is probably a bit bad because this is the spawn area, this is where there was a panda bear at start with the signs saying please be nice and the big danger sign, etc. And all that remains of all of that, it seems to be a few layers of bedrock, pretty much nothing, and then some water, then some sponges, and long story short, it's a mess. When there is grass in this world, that's when there's a success. That's when something hasn't been fully destroyed, but in most places, there's no grass. Grass is long gone, and yeah, but I figured, you know, after a week, after all these people, there must be some positive impact somewhere, and let's go look at all of those. My danger sign, somehow, of all the things in this world, you'd figure this would be the first thing to go, the danger sign has mostly stayed intact. The beacons have not, but the danger sign is there, and I guess that's nice. One of my builds from my, again, oldest creative world did not get destroyed, and also, someone built a new Toycat office. Also, okay, the RIP sign's been destroyed. The American flag, which I just praised for existing, seems to have been destroyed too. Oh, another surprising example. It seems as though my enchantment table, by some pure chance, some pure luck, it looks like it managed to survive as well. Over the time, it seemed like something would get destroyed and it'd be like someone would put it back together or build something new in its place. But over the course of the week, the destruction just seems to have won out. This was a wooden mansion, by the way. Can you even spot that? I don't think you can. This looks worse than any destroyed mansion I've ever seen in the wild. It takes a lot of effort to destroy things on this level, but it seems as though the people, you know, I guess in this particular case, the griefers kind of won out. In every single case, even Mustache Man, the savior, the man trying to bring a bit of humor to a destroyed world, it seems most of his stuff, small example here, you can see a snow block has slightly survived with a mustache intact, but besides these 4 or 5 different things, everything is covered in lava. The lava, every time you think, oh, that's as much lava as you can cover your world is, and then you see more and more lava in more and more ridiculous places. Like, look at the lava and just how much it's covered things. Like, at some point you'd figure, oh yeah, well there's some, oh, wait, no. Okay, we've got another thing that has survived, as well as this head over here. We have a little house and a little robot kind of thing. I'm not sure what this is meant to be in the panda. It's I love you. I love it. It's a love machine, maybe? I'm not sure that is in the slightest. We've also got a tiny house, because I guess someone just became a missionary and started building churches everywhere, and then someone burnt down the cross, which, I mean, based on the track record on the channel, we'll chill away from that. So, yeah, I guess the simple answer to what happens when you open your world to random strangers is bad things. If you want to simplify it, if you give people, you know, very clear things saying no rules, please don't abuse these no rules, but there are no rules, people will say, you know, griefing things is fun. This proves that even when there's no reason to, like some people, after they saw all of that lava, they figured, let's add lava here too. Look at some of this stuff. This, by the way, was a really pretty tower. The tower is... It's very hard to see even the remnants of what was there. The level... Oh, okay, and that's a little bit of a concern. Oh, they made the zombie into a Nazi. That's nice too. Of all of my hundreds of builds I've built over the years, we've got about 3 surviving buildings and 2 additional buildings that have survived. However, I'm still not done fighting for the good in people's hearts. I want there to be a realm with no rules that will lead to positive outcomes for everyone involved, and I'm wondering how we do that, but I will be doing another realm experiment, because this is following from the survival one, at some point in the future. Make sure you either follow me at IBXToycat on Twitter if you want to see that, or you can follow me at, you can join the Discord, discord.gg/Toycat, because whenever we announce the next realm project, we'll announce with an invite link, and we'll invite, you know, and then also let you know what the, you know, what the realm actually is. So, we've done survival, we've done creative, and I'm convinced there's some way to make this work, and in the future, hopefully we'll go through that. So thank you very much for watching, and I guess I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.